Welcome back to another video, and today we're flying on Jetstar's A321neo up to Bali. Alright, so we are finally past security and customs. It took ages this morning because we got kind of held up at the original sort of kiosks they have out the front, but yeah, it is what it is. So I'm not overly sure if we got held up and had to seek help because I booked these tickets through Qantas, or because Cindy's passport, being from another country, you know, that may have been the cause as well. And also when we went to seek out help at a service desk, unfortunately the lady was in training. So although we arrived quite early to the airport for this flight, we were towards the back of the queue by the time we got to customs and the whole screening process. But it is what it is. We got on the flight and yeah. So today's flight, we are flying on the morning service up to Denpasar, which is JQ125. Now there's also an evening service as well, but I prefer to arrive into Bali nice and early and get a full day there. So the A321neo has been flying since 2016, and I believe the first service was with Virgin America in 2017, but these ones with Jetstar are still virtually brand new as they came into operation around about a year ago from the upload date of this video. So to summarize the aircraft, they have an extended cabin, a new engine option. Overall, they are more fuel efficient and able to fly longer distances. Jetstar's seat configuration can carry 232 passengers. And if it's a day like today and it's raining and you only have forward cabin access, it's best to be sitting at the front. As my last trip back from Bali, we spent a good 25 minutes at the gate before the people at the back where we were sitting could get off. So keep that in mind when booking. It may be wise to pay just that little bit extra so you can be sitting up near the front. But anyways, let's enjoy the takeoff as we make our way up to Bali.
Sign is still switched on, so please remain seated. Once it's turned off, please limit your movements around the cabin, and please do not change seats unless you've spoken to one of the cabin crew. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin and are fitted with baby change tables and smoke detectors. A reminder that smoking, vaping and the use of e-cigarettes is not permitted anywhere on board this aircraft. Okay, in flight, please be careful in case any items has moved throughout the flight and may fall out, causing injury to yourself or a fellow passenger. Shortly after, the cabin crew will be coming through the cabin to begin the service. You're welcome to pay with all major credit cards and debit cards. However, Jetstar does not accept any form of mobile phone payments. We also do not accept any form of preloaded travel cards.
For the flight up to Bali today, we're expecting about a 4-hour and 40-minute flight, and since we left pretty well on time today, we have been told that we'll arrive into Bali about 20 minutes ahead of schedule. Cabin service commenced quite early into the flight today, providing the prepaid meals to customers that are bought ahead or have purchased a fare option, which provides credit. So in the meantime, we checked out the menu, and of course, I went for a traditional Australian breakfast in the mushroom risotto, paired with an English breakfast tea, and Cindy opted for the noodles and the coffee. Now, for those of you that haven't seen my videos before, long story short is I have celiacs, so I just pick whatever is gluten-free on the flight. I'm definitely not eating risottos for breakfast on a daily basis. So all up, it set us back about $25. So unfortunately the risotto was no good whatsoever. Now I'm no food critic or could care less about airline cuisine, as my interest with aviation solely lies on flying itself, but I could best describe it as a mush of rice, water and potato. But I guess you can't expect too much from a frozen meal, so at least it was some form of sustenance to tie me over to Bali. Okay. We are coming up on about 2 hours into the flight now. At this stage, I'd say we're probably somewhere over Western Australia, judging by the landscape as well. So yeah, maybe about another 2.5 hours to go, and be heading into Bali. Yeah, overall, not a bad flight so far.
not a fan of those risottos that they have on this plane. They have with Jetstar at least. I think Cindy's noodles are okay though, so that's good. But yeah, can't really expect too much more, I suppose, on flights. You're not going to get, you know, amazingly tasting food, especially when it's been frozen and whatnot before. But yeah, no, it's all good. So for the flight today, we spent 29,000 Qantas frequent flyer points and about $200 each, which certainly helps with the costs overall. But yeah, this whole trip is only going to cost us about $400 each, or about $800 in total. And that's, you know, flights and 7 nights in Sanur. So yeah, it's really good when you can use those Qantas frequent flyer points, booking the classic reward seats. So yeah, it's really good. So as this is my second time flying on the Airbus A321neo, I can certainly say I do like the aircraft. But really, if there's anything I was going to point fault at on this flight today, it would just be the headrests, as there is no headrests on these seats. So if you're wanting to, you know, rest your head or anything like that, you know, you may be better off having like a travel pillow or these sorts of things. But it's a minor thing, but that's really the only thing I can come up with that, you know, only thing I could really fault. So we just crossed over the coast between Broome and Derby, northern Western Australia, and from this point it's probably roughly about an hour and a half out now, so not too long to go. So today is actually the first time I have seen the Jetstar Entertainment Plus platform. I'm not sure how recently that became available, but yeah, it's the first time using it. So it's pretty simple to get yourself onto that one. There is a Jetstar Entertainment Plus sort of sheet in the seat back in front, in one of the compartments where you're able to scan the QR code. Just make sure you've got your Wi-Fi selected on Jetstar Entertainment Plus, and from there you will immediately just go to the website once you scan that QR code, and then from there there's different levels of access. Sure, to be able to watch you know, movies, TV shows, etc. But if you're like me and just enjoy flying, then you probably just head straight to the map so you can see where you are, see your altitude, speed, etc. So yeah, it's a nice change being on a Jetstar flight and being able to access in-flight entertainment to some extent, and also a map. We're not too far away from Bali now, maybe about an hour away, and looking forward to touching down and getting to our accommodation.
funny, I've probably only had about 3 hours sleep, but you know, it's like when you get to a new destination, you feel awake all of a sudden with the adrenaline. I feel more awake now than I do with an 8 hour sleep going to work. As you can see, there's not many people behind us. And in front of us, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're the leaders of the pack, the fast bunch. Watch out. All right, time to get our visas. All right, guys, well, that's that. We've made it to Sanur, Bali after the 4.5 or so hour flight up from Adelaide. Man, it feels so good to be back here. We've arrived at the accommodation. We actually got in here like super early, like 10:30 or something. Obviously, they couldn't check us in straight away, so we just left our luggage, went out for a bit of a walk down the main street, etc. Went and grabbed some food at an awesome place called Soul on the Beach. Man, yeah, I was just thinking, you know, how much it costs and, you know, the quality of the food, etc. It was bloody awesome. And someone like myself being a celiac, having, you know, GF on the menu, like gluten-free, it really helps. But yeah, we're here in Bali. I really hope you've enjoyed this somewhat of a trip report flying up to Denpasar here. I'm going to enjoy myself now, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'll go out for a walk tomorrow and I'll show you guys Sanur. But if you do like this video, consider hitting that like, only if you liked it, of course. And if you could hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, helps the videos out. I appreciate it. Helps my channel and helps my videos. I'm really mucking up my words. I'm running on 3 hours sleep now, but I guess it's adrenaline now I'm here, so it's all good. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.